Sleeping Evie family, welcome back. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to take a nice little page from Arceus and go back in time in the TCG world. Not very long back in time, just a couple years, back to the year 2020. So we are going to open up the Sword and Shield TCG sets from 2020. Sword Shield base set, Rebel Clash, Darkness Ablaze, and Vivid Voltage. Now I'm sure it might not be the most exciting thing for you guys going back in time to these sets. When we have sets that came out in 2021, like Evolving Skies, actually all the sets in 2021 that have alternate arts that have better cards, and Evolving Skies of course that have an amazing amount of ultra rares you can pull. And then of course we have Brilliant Stars and now Astral Radiance about to come out. But I wanted to go back in time just a little bit, just to see the start of the Sword Shield era. Just to show where this era came from, where it started, where it is now. And Sword Shield has kind of evolved throughout these years during the pandemic just to be the amazing cards that they are now in such a short time. Since we had just ultra rares, the introduction of VMAXs in 2020, then we had alternate arts in 2021, and now we bring back the character rares and radiant cards in 2022. So we are going to take just a little bit of time to go back and just open up packs from 2020 today, and then next video will be 2021, just to compare, see if we can get any good pulls, and just to compare 2020, 2021, and then the sets that'll be coming out in 2022. We can only compare two of the sets right now, with Astral Radiance coming up in on the 27th, and we can compare Brilliant Stars. But like I said, let's just take a little bit of time to go back and appreciate from where Sword Shield started. So the first set we have base set. And I found it a little bit difficult to find some of these. But if you're lucky enough, you can still find them in some grocery stores or convenience stores like Dollar General. So base set was the start of Sword and Shield. Base set gave brand new cards, introduction to the new mons, as well as bringing in some classic ones that we've seen, like Lapras and Snorlax, and it really centered on Zacian and Zamazenta as the two legendaries of the set, as well as putting the starter final evolutions as rares, and as well as getting introduced to some of these Galarian Pokemon. But you know, base set is not, for most people, is not always the best. But it's the start. It's the start of the generation. And we do actually have, I didn't fully show that card. We actually do have some really cool rainbows in this set. Well, one of the cards I'm still hunting is the Gold Zacian now. One of the cards that was really good out of this set, actually a couple of them, was the, I think it's the Rainbow Marnie. I think it was a really good card out of this set. Which is a card I have yet to pull, so. But the one card I'm definitely looking for is that Zacian. Just to complete golds, my gold Pokemon from Sword Shield era. But we also have that Lapras VMAX and the Snorlax VMAX, which actually were featured in a GameStop exclusive box. You got those VMAXs, which are the Gigantamax versions of those Pokemon. And they actually got featured in an exclusive box. But those are really cool artworks to see, and they debuted in the base set. So I just really wanted to appreciate it. And then Delmise V. And this is just going to be the modern sets. It's not going to be the holiday sets, so no Champion's Path, so no Shining Fates. This is just the modern sets that came out in 2020. And we have our last one before we get into the next one. But people always say that base set's kind of hard to get hits out of. We got a holo and we got a Delmize V so far. But I have pulled that Snorlax before, the Snorlax VMAX. I think the regular Snorlax VMAX is really pretty. And I haven't pulled the Lapras. I have pulled the Lapras Shiny from Shining Fates, but not the regular Lapras VMAX. Alright, so after base set came out, we have Rebel Clash. Rebel Clash is not really loved too much. It introduced the starters as VMAX cards. The VMAXs are not their Gigantamax forms. We saw those debut, I think, in 2021. But we saw them get put as Ultra Rares, as Rainbow Rares, as VMAX cards in this set. And this is the first time. The other mascot of the set is Toxtricity. Toxtricity is one of my favorite Galarian Pokemon. I love the Gigantamax version. Toxtricity is just an overall great Pokemon. So I really like this set. Got holo there. For Toxtricity too. And of course I haven't found the Rainbow Toxtricity or the Rainbow Cinderace, which I love Cinderace. And so those are cards I'm still looking for, as well as I think the gold ones out of this set. I think I do have the Frostmoth now. I will double check, but I know there's a couple of gold shiny Pokemon in this set. And I think I'm missing the Frostmoth. That might actually be one I might be looking at. So I think it's just a Frostmoth in the thing. But this set has actually also had the Rainbow Boss's Orders, I believe. I could also be mixing up the Boss's Orders and the Marnie. But that was one card out of this set too. That was really desirable to play. Rainbows that I have pulled from this are the Sonya Rainbow, Full Art Trainer, and the Inteleon VMAX. There might be a little bit of disturbance in the background. But yeah, overall, I actually do like Rebel Clash. And we got a Boss's Orders, just like I'm talking about. So as we finished our introduction into the Sword Shield Pokemon of the TCG era, we got one pack left of Rebel Clash. They went into bringing more familiar Pokemon from the other generations into the TCG. So this one's definitely more focused on the Galarian Pokemon. Being that we had the Galarian starters as ultra rares and Toxtricity is an ultra rare. Definitely not the only ones, but those are the standouts. Arcanine and an Appleton holo. Now, right. And then into the set that got really, really hyped. Darkness Ablaze. Darkness Ablaze, of course, has the card that everybody wanted from the set. And the one pack that I don't have here, the Charizard VMAX. I'm not going to sit here and, you know, trying to make jokes. It's like alternatives or anything, but yeah, it was Charizard VMAX. The funny thing is I came back into collecting the cards after the Darkness Ablaze set had actually debuted. So we weren't there for the initial release. We joined, I think, right before Vivid Voltage came out. So Kyle saw this set, and I think Champion's Path had come out too, and was enamored with these Charizards, and he wanted me to come join him to try to find some of these Charizards, so. But I'd say that because I know I've said it a couple times. I pulled the Charizard VMAX out of the set twice. twice out of packs that Kyle didn't want to pick up. Single packs that Kyle didn't want to pick up at Target one time, and then out of a triple pack I actually picked up at the card shop that is local to here, one that I don't visit anymore. One of them we actually did open up on the channel if you guys want to go back and see that, but there's some amazing cards in here. The Charizard is definitely the chase though. And we got a Tapu Koko Holo. Still only have that Delmise V from Face It though. I've gotten a few holos, but I think hits out of the first year honestly are a little tough compared to sets out of 2021 and then this year. So I know the appeal of trying to open Darkness Ablaze and Vivid Voltage. I think Vivid Voltage has even a few more hits, but it's definitely, in last year and then this year, easier to get some pulls because of that reverse holo slot or just the amount of ultra rares in general. Since they made sets bigger in 2021, of course they had Shining Face in 2021, but all right, last pack of Darkness Ablaze, and then we'll be going into the last set of 2020. Can we get anything spicy out of this last pack? And what are your thoughts on the sets that came out in 2020? Out of the 4 that got released, excluding Champions Path, since it is a specialty set, what are your favorite sets from, ooh, that's cool artwork, from 2020? All right, now we are in the last one. The one that has the mascot in its big rainbow form, Vivid Voltage. That rainbow Pikachu, the rainbow Tonkachu. Very expensive card. It's a very beautiful card too. It's one I still would like to pull, and I still chase it. There's also the debut of the amazing rares in this set, which are awesome, and I have the complete set of those, even the 3 from Shining Fates. And they utilized that reverse holo slot that hadn't been utilized since Cosmic Eclipse with the character rares, and didn't get utilized in all of 2021 except in Shining Fates. There's a reverse holo into a Zygarde, and then of course now it's being reutilized this year. So, and then the next pack, there are some other cards that are pretty cool out of this set. You have the Ampharos full art that actually looks pretty nice. The full art Pikachu, which is another big card. I think Leon, Rainbow Leon, might actually be in Darkness Ablaze. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's also, of course, all the gold cards that show the shiny Pokemon. I've been collecting those and trying to find those. I think I maybe have about half, so I still have a ways to go, but they're absolutely beautiful, those gold Pokemon, shiny Pokemon cards. And we got a Mudsdale. So all those were introduced, and then as well as, you know, I think everybody was glad that they at least utilized the reverse holo spot for the amazing rares in Vivid Voltage. But this, when this set released, right at the height of 2020, of people just wanting to find Pokemon cards, this got snatched off of shelves quick and could not find ETBs. I actually have a reprint ETB now that I think is awesome. Red is my favorite color, so having that red ETB with the Pikachu on it is just absolutely cool. And we got a reverse holo into a Beedrill. So, kind of surprised. Down in our last pack, we've gotten quite a few hollow pulls. I did not put them up in the back, but we got the one ultra rare pull from base set. So let's see if we can't get anything good out of this last pack. And then stay tuned for, Friday, because we will put up the part 2 that has the sets from 2021 in it. And that is the little puppy, if you can hear him in the background. So we got Flareon Reverse Hollow, and there we go, an Ampharos V, like I was talking about. It's not the full art, but it is a pull. So that's awesome to end on. So what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the sets from 2020, the very first year of Sword Shield era? Did you like how it was introduced? Did you like the cards that were in it? Do you like the Sword Shield Pokemon in general? Which one was your favorite? Which set did you actually really like that was in that first year of Sword Shield? Because we're actually about to end it this year, and with the introduction of Gen 9 at the end of this year in the video games. So, but honestly, which set from 2020 of those 4 did you actually like? Did you actually look forward to coming out? And really, what was your biggest chase card of the year? So leave a comment down below, and if you enjoyed going through this journey in the past for a couple of 2020 modern sets of Sword Shield, just leave a like. And stay tuned, because we will open up the sets from 2021 on Friday. But until then, take care, sleep well, good night.